Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. And if I sound off today, I am extremely tired. But anyway, this game was donated by card. When people donate a game, I try to follow through with their request to the best of my ability. And that's why Mrs. Along here with us.
Hi everyone.
And, so, I mean, I feel like we have a support with almost every character here. There are a lot of supports. I guess we'll just start at the top of the list. It looks like we've got quite a few Felix ones here, so we can start there and start working our way down.
Sylvain, I want to apologize for the other day.
The other day? What are you talking about, Felix? Is this a trap?
You know, when I called you insatiable.
Oh, that? It didn't hurt, but...
The other day. Wasn't that 5 years ago?
I mean, you've said worse, Felix.
Is this their B rank?
Yeah, this is their B rank.
We've known each other since we were
I see.
kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
That's why I made the joke there, because it's like, this is supposed to be one of their pre-time skip.
Whenever I started doing
And it's like, it's been 5 years since their C rank.
And whenever you drag me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
all these years, not much has changed, has it?
Also, while I was waiting to start recording, I was watching some of the support conversations in Japanese, and the characters sound completely different. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing.
I mean, it is obviously different actors, but like
Again with the
the tones that each character has are completely different. It's like, you know, with Sylvain you've got more of this kind
Like my mouse.
with Sylvain you've got this kind of like well, actually even Sylvain's not a good example because I didn't actually watch his. Trying to think of how to explain.
That's all.
Okay, well, you know Bernie's English voice actor and how she sounds. In the Japanese version, she's got like this high-pitched, really like squeaky voice.
would do you some good, pal.
So it's like completely different.
Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
No.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship or your training.
My training. Goodbye for now.
What did... Is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too. Wait up.
And I don't know, it was real interesting seeing some of the differences between them. Here we got Felix and Mercy, B
Here
rank.
you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can...
Felix actually secretly cares.
You can keep thinking
Indeed.
of your little brother. That'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
What?
That's Felix for you, though. Ingrid. A rank.
Why are you taking over my cleaning responsibilities?
You're wounded, and you're going too slowly. I couldn't stand to watch.
You're still fretting over me, are you? I'm fine now, really. It wasn't even serious.
I could have handled the situation alone. That enemy wasn't much of a threat.
Yes, we all know you could have. But I also didn't want to risk something unforeseen befalling you. I've been doing some thinking. I feel a bit lost. I don't know that I'm cut out to be a knight after all. Without fulfilling that dream, without being a knight, I've been asking myself what my place is in the world. And I think I found my answer. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. So I want to protect those I hold dear.
That's why you were protecting me, huh? What a fool you are.
Foolish to act in line with what I value most? Were I to die, I would die knowing I followed my heart, my truest calling. I've been reading through more of that book I was telling you about. Recall the hypothetical question it posed? Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
You've been reading that garbage again?
The book never specified that one should prioritize the commander's orders. Instead, it suggested that one should follow their heart in the matter. That's what a knight, that's what anyone being true to themselves should do.
That's just the editor's opinion.
Of course, and I find value in that opinion. Glenn died following his heart, not heeding the commands of the country or even the royal family. His death pains me to this day. It was a tragedy. But had he survived, I think he would have suffered. I will follow his example, no matter the outcome, no matter the circumstance. I believe in myself.
You know nothing.
What is it that you know then? What is it you fight for, Felix?
My own beliefs.
I see no difference from my own stance.
You don't understand.
You fight to be stronger than everyone, that you might protect those you care for. Correct?
Okay, fine. You do understand. My point is, don't let this happen again. If you died, I'd be annoyed.
Be annoyed.
Annoyance, then. I suggest you continue to grow stronger. If that happens, I might allow you to protect me too.
You're insufferable.
I could ship them. If I wasn't already shipping Ingrid with Dorothea, I could ship them. It's the only A rank that I've gotten from Felix, but I've also got C rank with Leonie.
Go away. You're bothering me.
Finally spotted me, did you?
What do you want?
They say you're the best. I wanted to see your training with my own eyes.
Spying on people. Is that a hobby of yours? I hope you got your fill.
Enough to see how to beat you, at least.
You think you can beat me?
That's right. See, I was trained by...
Gerald, yes.
Jebs and Gerald, yes, yes.
No.
I heard he was your teacher. Perhaps we should test you. See how much of your training sank in.
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, I'll give you a chance.
Sounds good. When?
I'll let you know. In the meantime, practice. I won't go easy on you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be ready.
This will be fun.
That one was actually kind of short. Got Dimitri and Mary Ann. Okay, so Ash and Mary Ann. I'm thinking Ash and Happy must have some connection, because other than the DLC characters, Happy only has Ash and Dimitri. So I'm wondering if Happy and Ash have a connection similar to like Lysithia and Balthus, or Yuri and Bernie have had. So, or like how Constance and Mercy have had their connection.
We will certainly see.
Yeah, we'll have to see when we do like a new game or plus or something.
I don't mean to interrupt your prayers, but what's with that posture? Don't you think lowering your head so much might, I don't know, offend the goddess? Maybe, spook her a little?
I'm not praying, only confessing.
Confessing? What are you confessing for?
For everything about me.
That can't possibly be necessary. There's no way you're as bad as you make it seem. I've seen how kind you are with the horses, and I've noticed you're always sensitive to everyone's tastes when you cook.
But that's...
Yeah, well, if either of us is going to confess, it should be me. I used to be a thief. I may have only stolen because I was poor and starving, but it was still wrong. I'm only even here thanks to Lenato. He gave me a second chance, and now I eat well every day. I'm doing all I can to make the most of it. You are a noble yourself, aren't you? The daughter of Margrave Edmund, I think. And if you're a noble, that means... Do you happen to have a crest?
A crest? I do, but it's...
I knew it. That's great, Marianne.
There's nothing great about it.
Please, don't be modest. It's an extraordinary gift. You should be proud of it. If I had one, I'd use it to make sure my brother and sister never had to live in poverty. Think about all the good you could do for the world with your power.
No, I can't. You don't understand. This crest is worthless. I'm sorry, but I must go.
No, not again. I'm not good at this.
Poor Ash. Ash and Marianne. They have... Okay, they do have an A rank. So I bet that there is some kind of conclusion to... Oh my god, Sylvain with everybody.
Mercedes, I swear.
Almost as bad as Felix was. Maybe even worse, because I think it literally is like everybody.
Hello, Sylvain.
Felix had like 5. Freaking Sylvain here has like 20.
I thought you preferred places with more ladies around.
I'm here because you're here. And I don't care about other girls.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Actually, I've only said it to girls who thought I was lying about being faith. You know what? There's no reason to get into all that. The truth is, I would really like to spend some time with you. What do you say to that?
Well, if you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the past, always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it. Still, I'm glad to hear you say that at least. I told you such a boring story the last time we spoke. I was worried you might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What has your experience been like?
Are you asking how being born with a crest affected me?
Yes. I know there was that business with your brother Miklon, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about all that.
It's not a very happy story.
Please don't feel the need to hold back on my account. I'm here if you need someone to share in your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
This has nothing to do with your crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this? When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do?
Huh?
Here's the short version.
That's whatever that noise was.
Even though having one is supposed to be such a great blessing, mine has ruined everything. Miklon was heir to our house. Then I was born, and I became the heir because I had a crest.
Dunno.
My older brother jealous enough to want to kill me. And every woman in Fodlan wants to have my little crest baby, so they can join the nobility. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
Little crest baby. So I know that it's serious, but that made me laugh for some reason.
No.
It's just like all the girls just want my little crest baby. I'm like, wow.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you. Oh, Sylvain, will you save me from the curse of having a crest?
Of course. I think I love you. And I mean that. With all my heart. I love you, Mercedes. Let's get married and have crest babies.
Sure.
Wow. Let's get married and have crest babies. I love that. Dorothea.
Ah, Dorothea. What are you doing here?
I was actually waiting to see you.
Were you going to invite me out to dinner? I accept.
Yes, I was. I don't think it would be so bad to share a meal with you from time to time.
How about tonight? I'm busy tomorrow.
That's fine by me. What are you busy with, I wonder? Girls? And more girls?
Isn't it an unwritten rule not to ask about such things? But what a curious turn of events. Have you perhaps got an ulterior motive?
No ulterior motives. If you're worried, we can just pretend this conversation never happened.
No, wait! That's not what I meant. I just don't understand why you want my company now, when you've always been so cold to me. Have you perhaps fallen in love with me?
My stomach just got crazy. You know what? Maybe I'll eat on my own after all.
Fine, I get it. You want someone to chase your loneliness away.
Something like that, yes. If you don't want to, I'll ask someone else.
Don't dream of it. It would be my pleasure, milady. And to be clear, the reason you chose to spend time with me is my family, yes? Or is it my crest? Both? I'm just curious about such things. Say I was a commoner. Would you still have invited me to dinner?
Ow.
Is this really necessary for a simple
Ow,
dinner
Edge.
invitation?
Pulled on my hair.
Actually, I have one of my own. Say I was a hoarse-voiced old hag. Would you still be flirting with me? Would you still want to hold my hand and whisper sweet nothings?
That's a difficult question. I have nothing against mature women, but...
Even if you were an old man, I still would have invited you out. If you were a former noble exiled from his family, or an orphan from the streets, my heart cares not. Just kidding. I just wanted to try saying it. Of course it's better that you have money.
You little... Yeah, that's probably true. So, Dorothea, about that dinner?
It would be an honor to have you join me tonight. And let's not talk about things like this over dinner, okay?
Even if I was an old man or an orphan, huh?
2 flirts. Sylvain and Lysithea.
Cynthia, I have to say, you're really impressive. I respect you a lot, and I thought I should tell you.
Okay.
It's just, you know, you're 4 years younger than me, but you work really hard at everything. I mean, when I was your age, I wasted all my time just goofing off and doing whatever I wanted.
Doesn't look like much has changed for you since then.
Harsh.
I'm like you. I don't have time to waste, so leave me be.
Are you going to do some extra magic training? I'd be happy to join you, if you don't mind. What do you want to start with?
I am absolutely disinterested in any time with you. What is it you want anyway? Clearly, you haven't been listening to a word I've been saying. Perhaps it's because I'm younger. You see fit to ignore me when I speak. Is that it?
What? No. Age has nothing to do with it. You're amazing. You're true to yourself. You know what you want and who you are. Not a lot of girls I know can say that.
Ah, so it isn't my age that's to blame for you breezing over my wishes. It's my gender.
Harsh.
Where did you get that idea? I'm just trying to praise your smarts and hard work and everything. It's impressive how someone so young...
Your lack of self-awareness is deeply troubling.
What I'm aware of is you trying to pick a fight. Calm down, kiddo.
Look, I'm really busy. Super, extremely, inordinately busy. I've got one last thing to say to you.
And what would that be?
I'm skilled with magic, and my abilities are finally honed. It's not like I need someone for target practice.
No, but I do.
Wow. That was an interesting one. Sylvain and Leonie.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. You're looking lovely today. Join me on a stroll around town.
I think I've seen this one because... Yeah, I have because I accidentally recruited Sylvain on my Golden Deer run, like, the very first day. Because, you know, you can just auto-recruit him if you're female.
Yeah.
And so I remember seeing this one early on.
I'm in a hurry right now.
Because of that.
Get back here!
Whoa, no need to yell. Do you need something?
You chat up all the girls like that, don't you?
What a terrible thing to say. I see a girl, I figure it would be rude just to pass her by without at least a wink, or a nice word. But you knew that, so I'm going to get going now. See you, Leonie.
Wait, now hold on. How come it's not rude for you to just pass me by?
Me? Pass who now?
Look at me. I'm a girl now.
Oh, I see. A girl. You're a girl. Huh. Sorry. I know it's true in theory, but it looks like my brain just didn't want to accept it. But you're correct. You are a beautiful girl in your own right. Yes, that is a statement with which I agree. I am ever so terribly sorry for being so rude, my lady. How can I ever make this up to you?
Yeah, hang on, back up. Don't get the
Seriously, I feel just dreadful about how I acted. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It's shocking that I'm capable of such low behavior. Even if you are a somewhat crude, I mean, spirited girl, that doesn't excuse my...
What did you just call me?
Right, of course. I'm sorry. I can't believe I was so thoughtless.
Hey! Acting pitiful won't get you anywhere. I won't just forget about this, you know.
Sylvains are always fun. Oh yeah, so I know I've seen this one. I guess it hasn't been on here, but
I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment,
Sylvain and
You must
Flame.
just
I swear we've seen
allow
this
you to
one
do so
though.
from where you stand. My apologies if
Oh,
this
well.
comes across as rude, but please do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Seth said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to
Into
misfortune?
He used those very words. Is it true then?
Come on. He's just messing with you, obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you. I have heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with people's emotions, like a cat toys with its prey.
Do I really look like such a villain to you?
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of awkward talking from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and
Two chickens.
Oh, come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
I would like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire.
Poor Flame.
Or so the saying
Right.
goes.
I may not be the most respectable boy you'll ever meet, but...
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flame, wait! Come back! And
She's gone.
all I was trying to do was deliver a message. Flame, hey! The professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me. There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
I know I've seen that one, but I feel like it was on here, but I guess, I don't know. Maybe not. Annie and Ingrid. God, there's so many supports we have unlocked.
What's the matter, Annette?
It's like this, that's all this episode's gonna be, it looks like.
I'm just so sorry. I had no idea.
I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on?
Well, I was really curious about why you're not interested in things like makeup. So I asked some of our friends about it, and...
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly poor, and they probably also mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
They did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it. But it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine. When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in dirt, bugs in my hair, and a big smile on my face. Things haven't changed too much since. Then, when my fiancé passed on, my priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it, even if it's something trivial like how I present myself. But talking to you has helped me realize it's okay to loosen up and enjoy those things, if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away that you were using that makeup I gave you.
You could? Oh, that makes me happy. I was trying to apply it just how you showed me.
You did great, and it really suits you.
I think there's a lot I can learn from you, Annette. You've helped me embrace a lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Ooh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? What would we buy? That sounds so overwhelming.
There's a dress I've been eyeing for a while now. I'm certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Well, that sounds fun. I look forward to it.
Alright, B rank there. I feel like we must be getting to the end of it though, because we've done so many characters that had multiples there. But ooh, Ingrid and Yuri this time. Okay.
Yes, it's decided. This meat is the best meat. Although the other inn has pretty great offerings as well.
Ah, if it isn't Ingrid. What are you up to in a place like this?
Yuri, I could ask you the same.
I'm just out to send a little money to my family. Gotta help however I can, you know.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Forgive my tone earlier. You truly set a noble example.
Right. Anyhow, looked like I interrupted you. You nearly choked on that wad of meat you were gnawing on.
Right. That is true, I suppose. You know,
What is it you're mumbling about?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, you once worked for House Rowe, didn't you? 9 years ago, when I visited Count Rowe at his castle, I swore I saw you by his side.
Quite the sharp memory you have. You aren't mistaken. I was staying there then, yes. I had been adopted by the Count.
Oh? Come to think of it, I thought I'd heard something like that. That the Count had adopted a distant relative of his. A young man whose future was both bright and promising. So, that was you?
Yep. Although now, I'm nothing more than a distant stranger to him. Our ties were severed a while ago. He helped me out by getting me into the academy. It wasn't long after that we started having all sorts of disagreements. What the hell were you doing in the intro anyhow?
Yes. That. How to put it? It was to help clean up after a friend.
Ah, you speak of Sylvain. That must have been quite the mess you were cleaning up. Back to the point. What are you doing out here? Do you frequent this area often?
Mind your business, won't you? I just like to go for walks, get fresh air, that sort of thing.
Easy now. I'm not interrogating you. Really, I just wanted to warn you that it isn't so safe here in the evenings. You'll want to be on your guard.
I thank you for your concern, but I assure you I can handle myself.
Noted. Oh yeah, the innkeeper also wanted to thank you. He wanted to thank you for being such an enthusiast for the food he sells. Seemed pretty happy about it.
Is that so? How very... Well, I'd better be off.
Seems she doesn't want anyone seeing her with food. Too late.
Too late. Food. A rank, Bernie and Yuri.
Ooh.
Waters, I can feel them already.
Calm. Just listen to me for a moment. There's something I need to tell you. The reason I worked for House Varley, Bernadetta, was to kill you.
Ha! I always knew you were out to kill me. Sink me into the deep, dark, freezing depths. Hold on. House Varley? But why?
As you well know, theirs is one of the 6 great noble houses, the true rulers of the Empire. And you're the heir, the crest. There were tons of people who wanted you wiped out. Like people who want to eradicate House Varley. Or a relative who wants the glory for themselves. That particular breed of treacherous nobility is the kind that'd hire a kid to do their dirty work. The first thing that kid would do, get close to the target by befriending her. Find an in through, say, an assistant gig.
This kid you're mentioning sounds real. That was you, wasn't it?
Yours truly. My biggest mistake. Getting to know you. I crept into your room one night and readied my blade. The whole thing had been a breeze. Up until that moment. I couldn't bring myself to do it. While I hovered there, hesitating, your father came in. You know the rest.
Why are you telling me all this? I'm so confused.
Because I want you to look at it objectively. I was hired to kill you. Your father protected you from me. A filthy assassin. He was looking out for you. You're lucky to have a father who cares for you enough to do that.
Father protected me? He protected me.
Yeah, why would I lie? At this point, I figure it's you who hates me, and not the other way around.
I don't hate you, Yuri. But I mean, I do feel weird. But I don't know how to feel. Can't we just be friends? Like back then?
You want to be friends with me?
The reason you couldn't kill me was because we were friends, right?
Well...
You were my first friend. My very first friend. The first person who played with me. The first person who went on adventures with me. The first...
And you were the first friend I had to baby that much.
What do you mean? Well, even so, you were the first friend who cared for me.
The whole thing was probably a sham anyway. Though, you know, even if it was, I did have a lot of fun with you.
I knew it!
Hey, Lysithea and Hanuman, and Lysithea and Balthus.
Phew. That about wraps it up for today's training. No thanks to a certain distraction. Professor Hanneman, I know you're there. It's extremely unsettling the way you're always staring like that.
Oh, my apologies, child. I was trying to remain inconspicuous, not wanting to interrupt.
Your half-hearted attempt to hide your weird staring only makes it weirder.
Well, I must apologize. In the future, I shall do my staring out in the open.
That might ease the weirdness, but it will continue to be extremely unsettling.
I have no desire to disturb nor to disquiet you. But you are a most exquisite subject for my crest research. And you understand that the foundation of all research is observation.
I understand well enough, and I'll do my best to ignore it. But in return...
In return, I will keep your secret. I have not spoken a word of your twin crests, not even to the church. If they knew I was withholding such valuable information, I might be branded a traitor. But such matters are trivial compared to the future of crestology.
Shh! Don't talk so loudly about it out here in the open.
Pardon my excitement. I simply cannot let the opportunity to study such a miraculous subject go to waste.
These awful crests may seem miraculous to you, but for me, they fall under the category of curse.
I hope one day you will share more about your tragic origins, whenever you have the time to recount it. Your tale may contain valuable information.
You are utterly lacking in empathy. You know that? Even if you spent your entire life observing me, you'd never understand my feelings and all I've been through. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I fear I may have made a misstep. I have no desire to trouble her, yet my research...
Okay. And Balthus with Lysithea this time.
Little Lysithea. His ears miss nothing.
What are you on about this time?
Is it true that Count Ordelia plans to relinquish his title eventually?
Yes, but why are you asking?
I approve, that's all. Throwing off the shackles of nobility to live freely, it's a beautiful thing.
I would ask that you refrain from painting them with the same brushstrokes that you so liberally paint yourself with. My mother and father will carry on with all the associated duties befitting of nobles. Only after that will they retire.
Got it. And that's completely different from someone like me who tapped out of the nobility game, right? Your parents are exemplary nobles, that's for sure. I respect that you support them as much as you do.
Would you just stop? You're embarrassing me.
Can't be helped. Meant every word. If anyone should have red cheeks, it's me, given the choices I've made.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Of course. Still, it is a bit cowardly of me not to stand up to my family a bit more. Honestly, it's since getting to know you that I've started thinking along those lines. One day soon I'll return to that house. My reception will be chilly at best. Still, it must be done. My house is full of lowlifes. But it also has my little bro who took over when I left. He's good people. Even with the difficulties in Leicester, our house is still going strong. That's his doing. That's why I've decided that it's time to talk to him about what can be done to help Count Ordelia.
Repaying your perceived debt would be nice, sure. But it sounds like you intend to foist your responsibility onto your little brother.
Ah, but the two aren't related. This is just the right thing to do. I'm still pondering how best to fulfill my vow.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't believe me, do you, little lady?
Just what exactly are you planning on in terms of this repayment?
After your family relinquishes their noble titles, I'll support them so that you can all live in peace.
Even though you're a lowlife?
That may be true, and it is, but consider this. I've seen life from both sides, as a noble and a vagabond. When their situation changes, they'll face new challenges. I'm the perfect guy to help them through.
You're irresponsible and unreliable. But clearly, you're not a bad person. And your support would be most appreciated. Just so you're aware, however, we have no means with which to pay you. So, are you sure you're still willing to follow through with this?
I wasn't planning on doing this for a payout, but if you really insisted on a thank you gift, well, you could always accept me into your family. Then paying me wouldn't be a consideration.
Excuse me? Just what are you insinuating?
Don't think too hard about it just yet. I still have lots of debts to pay and affairs to settle. In the meantime, let's just stick close together. Yeah?
Alrighty. Good God. Still a lot left. Alright, well, Ray and Leonie.
Didn't it, Dorte? Did they think you won't gallop unless you're in pain? It must be difficult letting those brutes ride you.
I think I've seen this one because this is another
Marianne,
Gold
what are you
Eagles
up to?
one.
Nothing.
Really?
I've only got, or not Gold Eagles, Golden Deer. I've only gotten a few on the Golden Deer because I still really haven't played it at all. But I got a few of the like beginning C rank ones.
Is there something you need?
So anything beyond that I haven't gotten, but I've gotten a good few of the early game
Specific requests.
Gold Deer ones.
They want it all to look clean or to smell a certain way. That's just nonsense to me. I've always made my own towels out of old scraps and soap from used cooking oil. I've never given it much thought beyond that.
Oh,
But I've noticed you've got some really nice things. So you have an eye for that stuff, right? Obviously, I give you all the credit, and I'm sure everyone would be really grateful for your help.
no. I don't deserve that kind of praise.
Really? I don't think that's true. Come on, you'll be doing me a big favor.
My adoptive father tells me I shouldn't stray too far from the monastery.
That's nonsense. You've got to get some fresh air now and again.
I should stay. Besides, I wouldn't be much help. I don't think anyone would like whatever I pick out anyway. It would all go to waste. And I'm sure that having me around would just cause you misfortune, Leonie.
Are you serious?
I should stay here by myself.
Now, hold on just a second. You'll cause me misfortune? What kind of backwards talk is that? If you really don't want me around, then at least come out and say it straight. I'm sorry for the unwelcome invitation. Don't worry, I won't make the same mistake again.
Another very clearly, free time skip one. Here's Marianne and Hanuman now.
Mr. Hanneman, you wanted to speak with me?
Miss Marianne, hello.
They are a good one.
Please have a seat.
Of course.
I have been puzzling over why your father would wish to conceal your crest. And I have arrived at a conclusion. Would you like to hear it?
No, I would rather not.
Ah, fair enough. Then I will keep it to myself. However, if my theory is correct, well, then it is only natural for you and your father to try keeping your crest a secret. That said, I feel I would be remiss if I didn't point out that I consider this decision a most grievous error.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Crests never manifest in someone unfit to bear them. Which means, Miss Marianne, you have the ability to make the most of your crest, because it is, by definition, your crest.
I have no desire to make use of my crest.
But it can be of service to you, and I would venture to suggest, to the world at large.
Ever since I was born, that crest has been nothing but a burden to me. My parents, too.
Ah, that's right. I have heard that you were adopted. Did one of your birth parents also have that crest?
Yes. It was my father.
Then that crest is evidence that you are your true father's daughter. Concealing it, hiding that truth from the world, is denying your true parentage, is it not? I'm not suggesting you flaunt your crest. That would be highly unnecessary, possibly even dangerous. I simply wish you to accept who you are.
Accept it?
Accept the crest and allow its power to come forward. Then it will open itself to you. Whatever the crest may be, whatever its origin or its nature, it can serve you. It is yours to command, however you wish.
Mine?
Nobody can decide how to use your crest, Miss Marianne. That choice is yours alone.
I will think about that.
Alright, I think it's just the DLC characters now.
Neat.
I think... no, actually we have quite a few there too. I was gonna say, I think it's just like one with each of them, but no, it's like all of them with each other, so... no, I mean, here's the last C rank with Yuri, so... Except for me, obviously, but this is the last one beyond that. At least on this route. I don't know if they have any supports with anybody from any of the other routes. I imagine they must have something, but
This is boring.
I don't know
Wanna go to
who.
sleep?
No, I won't care. Night Watch or not, it's still just for training purposes. Though, you'd likely get in trouble if someone sees you catching disease.
You wouldn't wake me if someone was here? Fine then, I won't sleep.
Your call.
You're being so quiet, Yuri Bird. Say something.
I don't always fill the void with my voice, you know. Sometimes it's pleasant to just enjoy the quiet and stargaze.
No thanks. Stargazing is a waste of time. The stars don't even stay put all year. Those jerks.
See, that star is home to the goddess. Yeah, watching over us from afar. That's called the Blue Sea Star. But it doesn't look blue. At all. really. Wait, no, hang on. Maybe it wasn't that one. But that big one over there, that's it. Isn't it?
You don't know the first thing about stars, do you? No one ever taught you?
Never, no.
Well, the blue sea star is really big. It stands out. Sometimes you can't see it at all, but other times it's the brightest thing in the sky.
Interesting. So then, which star was I pointing out just now?
You might have to point it out again. Which constellation were you looking at?
Let's see, it looks a bit like a cat. And no, that's not right. Maybe more like a fish? Or a fishing rod? What?
He knows nothing about the constellations.
Those stars there are forming a shape that looks very much like a
Indeed.
Okay, sorry. But that looks nothing like a fishing rod. Or a cat. I'm surprised you know so little about stars. I thought you knew everything.
What do you think I am? The goddess herself? There's plenty I don't know. But I'm always aiming for more. I'm uncomfortable not knowing things.
Cats trying to play, but it's the two fat cats that don't. They're so big that
So, come on.
they kind of get in each other's way when they're trying to play.
That'll be a pain for both of us.
As painful as sitting here idling, it's not like you're going to sleep at this point. Clearly you know quite a bit about them. Teach me.
Fine, fine. Look up there. To the north. Your other north. See that star? That's called the King's right hand.
Aww. Teaching Yuri all about the stars. That's cute.
Indeed.
Oh, hey. Balthus has the last two, actually. Because he's got one with Constance, one with Happy. And that's what they have, so... These are the last two supports. It's only taken us 50 minutes to get through it, but yeah.
Sure is sunny out. Huh? Yeah.
Oh no. They're out in the sun, aren't they?
Good day to you, Balthus. You seem to be enjoying your freedom.
Poor Constance.
Right, so yeah, the weather's nice. We gotta be going now.
Of course. What profit is there for one so exalted to spend time alongside one so common as me? Worry not. You needn't suffer me any longer. I shall see myself off.
Oh, maybe I turned it up too much.
Uncomfortable at times. I'm trying. Really.
I turned up the TV because I'm having trouble hearing, but I think
You matter, so
I turned it up too much.
let's chat. It'll be great.
You needn't take pity on me.
I'm in that spot near the TV where
Status demands.
I have it at volume level 2, and that's with the headset on. That's too quiet to hear it. But then if I turn it up to 3, then it's so loud that it picks up on, like the microphone picks up on it, but then I can actually hear it. That's like,
For you,
Oh my.
the ability that you abandoned was a
Yeah, I can see where the problem would be.
is now
yeah. It's like I need like a spot right in between where I can hear it still, but it's not too loud.
no longer putting myself on my behalf.
What a mouthful you just unloaded on me. Not sure what you mean by that nobility stuff, though. Sure, I walked out on leading a noble house. But how do you imagine that's related to this chat of ours? I already admitted I'm no good with stuff like this, but I don't think I'm putting myself out or whatever.
My apologies. The misunderstanding was entirely my own. As I suspected from the start, I am unfit to serve as your conversational partner.
Ah, that's enough! Stop talking that way and twisting everything I say! Just spit it out and tell me something real. You hate my guts, yeah?
Huh, this is novel. But doesn't this scene usually play out in reverse?
Gatekeeper!
Sorry, guess I raised my voice there. But what do you mean by that reverse date?
Well, it's usually her yelling at you while you try to deflect. It's rare to see you lose your cool while she stays so calm. But different people get along differently on different days, I suppose. Anyhow, I'll let you get back to it.
Ouch, he has a point. I lost myself for a moment there.
To think that I have ever raised my voice at you.
He seems to think we're real pals. Honestly, whether rain or shine, I don't think a day's gone by without you treating me poorly.
Oh, what a thing to say. I could never go so far as to insult one with your lineage.
You're a funny one, pal. A real hoot.
The idea that I could be amusing is funnier than any jest I may have uttered.
Poor Constance.
Indeed.
Altus and Constance are now C rank. And finally the last one was Happy.
Scampered up to me, hopped in my lap, and scarfed it all down in one bite.
That sounds terrible.
I was looking forward to that sandwich all morning, and then she scurried off like nothing happened.
Alright then. What do you feel like doing today?
Why'd you sigh like that?
It's not a problem, is it? I could tell you were holding back a real monstrous sigh yourself. Figured I'd get one out for the both of us. Felt great.
Oh, I see. Must be nice, sighing whenever you feel so inclined.
Oh! Why not try taking a deep breath whenever you feel a sigh coming on? Trick yourself out of it.
I tried that once. It went okay at first, but then I had to exhale.
Right. Guess they're too similar for that to work. Does that mean yawning is a no-go too?
I'm pretty bored right now, so maybe we'll find out. But I don't yawn very often, to be honest.
Because you sleep when the sun goes down and wake when it rises, yeah?
Yep, that's been my routine for a while now. It's easier than contending with a full day of boring stuff.
Come on, everything has its quirks. I don't think I'd call anything in this wild world boring.
Really? Because you don't seem to take much interest in your own future.
That's not very nice, is it? We really aren't all that different, you know? I'd wager you haven't given too much thought to tomorrow either.
Quiet. Don't pretend you can see through me. This pointless chatter has made me even hungrier than I already was. I'm off to the dining hall.
Just wanted the gal to relax for a change. She's as prickly as ever.
Alright. Well, we finally played off all those supports.
Yay!
What happens when I go in and I do like 5 off-camera battles? Since, you know, we've got those free battles and everything, and then all the battles I'm like, hey, I can adjunct this for support. Hey, I can adjunct this for support. I'm surprised that I didn't just have like everybody having a freaking support for everybody in that one, because so many like putting people together and adjuncts and stuff like that. So, well, with that said, apologies, I guess, for the fact that this episode was all just supports. You know, we didn't do anything, but there was a lot there, so that was a lot. That said, next episode we can actually go do something, probably explore for the Harvest Festival, and then after that it'll be meeting the reinforcements with Alo, however you say that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for links to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes that you might have missed. And we will see you guys next time.
Have a good day, everyone.
See you later.